He said, can you get a read on Miami when the results seem to be uneven for them? Is it tough to get a read on?
Not really. I mean, they're a really talented team. I think everyone in the country knows that. So you have to come ready to play, no matter what they've done the weeks prior. Expect you're going to get their best. They got great speed on defense, some good size, and they're going to be a handful.
I guess if you had any doubts, you could look at the tape from last year and some of the things they were able to do with their guys.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can go back to last year. There's tape this year on that. They've done a lot of really good things. So, we have to be ready to go on Saturday.
What did you learn from that game as far as pass protection?
Which one, last year?
Last year's Miami game, yeah.
I think we're a lot farther along than we were last year. With Jimmy not being in there, we had some guys moved around, so there's different stuff that way that we had to battle. Plus, we're on the road, so communication was a little bit of an issue with the new line there. So I think it'll be a little bit smoother this year. At home, being with the line that we've had the whole season, and the communication should be a lot easier.
Speaking of that protection, do you see that growing and that improving week to week?
Yeah, I think it's only going to get better as it goes, and I got to help them out as much as I can too with getting the ball out. And Coach Webb does a great job with calling plays to help them out, and I think Jimmy's doing a great job leading them up front. And like you said, I think as the weeks go and as we get towards the end of the season here, it'll just keep improving.
Are you feeling a little bit better on Saturdays and Sundays now than you were earlier in the season?
A little bit, not too much. You still got to work through some things, but as long as I feel good when Saturday comes around, it's all that matters.
Pat talks about we'd like to be able to finish teams and put teams away. That being said, you guys have been able to be successful in tight situations. Is there a comfort level that you guys maybe have on the sideline now that maybe wasn't there even early last year in terms of it's tight, but I'm confident that we can kind of pull through this?
Well, I would say it's not you're not at ease, but there's an urgency there, and we've been there before, and I think we're just comfortable with being in that situation, but there's still a sense of urgency that we all have. When the game gets tight, that we have to go out there and execute and to make sure we get the win. But I'd much rather be in the situation where we're running the clock out and we're really not in too much stress. Like Coach said, we do a better job when we're up, staying up, and just finishing the game, putting them away.
Kenny, when you're in those situations, can you describe what the huddle is like? Is it just a confidence? Is it quiet? Is it rah-rah?
There's no rah. You can't be rah-rah. You got to make sure everybody's focused. And if I'm rah-rah, guys can get rah-rah, and then next thing you know, we blow an assignment and something happens. So as long as I'm calm, those guys will feed off me, and they'll mimic my body language and my personality in the huddle. So when they go out there, everyone's kind of calm, focused, and just ready to execute.
Seems to be a lot of confidence around you that the running game is going to get better as it goes into the last part of the season. Where's that come from?
I'm not really sure. I think it's just, it just clicked. Like it clicked a little bit last week. You see the sparks that we have. Sooner or later, as you keep working on something, it's going to happen. Just be patient, and the big game will come. And AJ had a really good game last week, and we look forward to double that up on Saturday.
What did you see out of Shockey on Friday? Now that he's kind of fully healthy.
Right. Yeah. He's going to continue to get healthy first off, and you just see a different speed with that kind of guy, and he does a great job of getting open and on the scramble drill, coming back and making plays. And he's a guy that, as the season goes on, I think he's going to get more and more touches and, more and more explosive plays as it goes.
You've been through a lot since your first start against him. But that being said, I think over that time, you guys, since that game, you guys have the second best record in the it's Clemson and then it's you guys. Did that game sort of signal a shift change a little bit on maybe what you guys could be from a personality standpoint and identity standpoint?
I don't know if it's that game or it's just the culture that, Coach Dew's built here. I think when the seniors that I got here did a really good job of getting my class, with that kind of mindset, and then it kind of just trickled down through the classes, and now we have a kind of culture here that, we know what we want to be, and we have goals in our mind, and we know that it's going to take a lot of hard work to get there. So I think it's really a combination. It's not just that game. I think that game was a stepping stone to get to where we want to get to, but now the whole program is really working towards that one goal, and I think you see it.
Yeah, but that back then, they were undefeated, rolling at number 2, and now we're 22 months later, and you guys are obviously the one on the uprise, and they've kind of taken a dip a little bit. Is that sort of was that a stepping stone in a way, a launch point
for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I said it was a stepping stone in the right direction. But I don't think it started with that game. We did it against Clemson when I wasn't here. So you can look back at that, and when James was here and those guys had it going, and they kind of planted the first step for us to go in the right direction. And I think like I said, you just got to thank the older guys that were here when I got here, and they did a really good job of giving us the momentum and the leadership, and then now the next class takes over, and it's just a kind of a snowball effect that we have going on. We just got to make sure we keep that up.
Do you have any mementos left? I mean, anything from that game stashed away somewhere?
I mean, just the experience of it. I mean, it obviously was a great experience, and being your first start. But I think I learned a lot more last season through the ups and downs than I learned in just that game. So going into the season, I kind of took all my experiences and just turn them all into good, and learn from everything, and it worked out for me.
I think I just meant more tangible, like something tangible,
Like actually
the game or the wristbands or
Oh no!
the game ball or the
we all have
wristbands.
we all got a game ball from it, so I got that. That's about it.
Ken, obviously the numbers are there for Mac and French, but how comfortable do you feel with the other guys and being able to spread it around?
Really comfortable. I mean, obviously those guys are the ones getting the touches, and rightfully so. I mean, when you get open, you're going to get the ball, and they do a great job with it after the catch. And I think the tight ends are going to keep coming along, and Shockey's stepping up now that he's getting more healthy, and as long as we can keep spreading the ball around, and they can't really key on one guy, I think we'll be in good shape.
When there's a fumble, the coach trying to tell you to turn into a safety and make sure that the guy doesn't get behind you.
Yeah. I mean, I played defense in high school, so I'll be ready to tackle somebody if I have to. But really, that's just kind of being smart. Like, if I came to the sideline, it's just like make sure you track the ball and just stay behind it. The ball pops out, I can maybe jump on it and really say that's kind of a game-saving play. So just kind of making sure that I'm on my toes with that and being behind the running back.
Did he show you the video of the Steelers playoff game when Ben made it?
No, I mean, I've seen plenty of videos of it before. I mean, Coach Watts back in the day showed me the stuff that he had. That there was a guy who saved the game. I think it was Nebraska. The ball popped out and he jumped on it, and the quarterback ended up saving the game. They got a first down and they iced the game. So absolutely, it's a game changing play that I'm gonna have to do as the year goes on.
Might it feel good to make a tackle again?
Maybe, I don't know. I choose not to. Hopefully I don't.
You haven't done it since high school, huh?
No, not since high school, man. But I'll be there. I'll be there if I have to.
Are you safety?
Yeah, I played a little bit corner safety at the end one game, so I've been around
Kicker
been around
too,
it. Kicker, holder, you name it. Yeah, been around it a little bit.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Kenny.